During step number 3, FmPro Migrator uses the field size info gathered in step number 2 to create a table within a newly created Access database. At this point, you should have completed the step number 2 processing. The maximum size of each of the fields will be listed in the fields list of the migration process window. Previously deleted fields will not contain field size info. Microsoft Access should be installed. An ODBC DSN is not required for the Access database at this point. A file DSN will be created and used by FmPro Migrator to automatically connect to the new empty Access database file. Here in the main FmPro Migrator window, I have selected my source and destination databases. I have entered the name of the FileMaker ODBC DSN along with the username and password for the connection. On the right, you see the migration process window. Having completed my prerequisites, I click on the step number 3 Create Table button. The first time I click on the step number 3 button, FmPro Migrator will create a new empty database file named access2013.accdc. This digitally signed file will be immediately opened in Access. Access will display this security dialog. Click the Open button and save the file as access2013.accdb within the same folder. If the file name is not identical to this name, or if the file gets saved to the wrong folder, it will not be accessible by the file DSN. This file DSN is overwritten each time it is created and used by FmPro Migrator, so don't modify it manually. Close Microsoft Access after saving the file. Unlike FileMaker, Access can and should be closed when writing into the database file. Click the OK button in FmPro Migrator. Click the Create Table button a second time and the table will be created. If you get the dialog a second time, then it means that FmPro Migrator could not find the new access2013.accdb file in order to create the table. Check to make sure that you saved it into the correct directory or whether you mistyped its name. If you want to see the SQL code used to create the table, click the Table Creation Details button, located at the upper right of the step number 3 button. You can modify the SQL code, drop and recreate the table, and execute the code again from this window. Close this window. If you click the Create Table button a third time, you will get an error that the table already exists. Then you get another error that the primary key already exists. To drop and recreate the table, hold down the Shift key when clicking the step number 3 button. Creating the rest of the tables in your new Access database will be much quicker. Since the access2013.accdb file already exists, each table should get created immediately. The digitally signed access2013 accdc file exported by FmPro Migrator is intended to work with Access 2007, 2010, and 2013. It appears that Access 2007 and 2013 work perfectly when opening digitally signed files. But based upon my testing, Access 2010 does not appear to allow either creating or opening a digitally signed accdc file. If you encounter this problem, you may either choose to upgrade your version of Access or extract the file on a computer running a different version of Access. Then copy the extracted file back to the computer running FmPro Migrator to complete your migration.